Yeah, and congratulations on your induction into the Maryland Women's Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much. It's quite an honor.
It really is, and well-deserved.
Well, there are a lot of people who could walk in these shoes, so
Yeah.
I thank you, though.
Would you talk a little bit about what you think in your work might have brought you to this day?
Well, you know, I started out as a teacher in Southern Maryland and fell in love with children, and that didn't last long. The love is still there, and the love continued, but then I began to move on and move from teaching to getting involved in the teaching of teachers how to teach, and then moving on to politics, and from politics to procurement and to work with local government. So I've been in all forms of government now, from local government, municipalities, state government, and haven't been in federal. So.
Okay. Still time.
No, that's okay. No, I don't think so.
Is there anything that you would think about in your early life, that anyone who inspired you, or anything in your early life that might have led you in these directions?
Well, when I was younger, my life for me in rural Southern Maryland was a matter of books. So books were very important to me. It was very important to my family. And I guess they were my first mentors. They told me that I wanted to travel. They told me that I wanted to see different things, meet different kinds of people, learn cultures, religion, the whole, all the things that make a person diverse.
It opened all your horizons.
All my doors opened by books, and there was a great professor at the university where I attended that worked with me a lot, and she's an author. She's deceased now. She was an author. She was a professor, an educator, and gave me a lot of good tidbits to always believe in yourself and don't give up.
Yeah, that's a good description of a mentor, isn't it?
I think she was a great mentor.
Yes.
Books were my first mentor. Unfortunately, it wasn't a person, it was books, but I think there were many authors, though, so I guess there were a lot of people that I had as mentors.
Of your accomplishments, which are so many, what would you feel the most proud of as a legacy that you'd be leaving?
Believe it or not, as being a teacher, because whenever you teach young people, you never see the fruits of what you've done for many, many years. And I taught in elementary school, high school, community college, and universities. So I taught some of the same children some of the same people 3 times. I taught them as 5 and 6 year olds. I taught them as community college, and then as graduate students. So I really saw the progress. So for me, that was that was it.
And it's so rewarding,
It's
and
so
you affected
rewarding.
so many lives.
Yes, you do, and you begin to affect the children of their children of their children. So it continues. It doesn't stop with just the one person.
Yeah, which is so important.
It's very important to me.
Are there any personal comments you'd like to say for those young people of today and tomorrow?
Well, everything doesn't happen overnight. You have to work at things. And if you really believe in something and you don't want to give up, you got to keep going. You got to keep believing in it. At first you don't succeed, you got to try again. You don't keep changing things because you don't succeed the first time. If you really believe in yourself and you really believe that you want to do this, then you can't give up. You're going to have obstacles in life, but you can walk around obstacles, you can jump over them, you can do whatever, but you can't give up.
Well, you're a great model, example
A
of
lot
that.
of perseverance is needed to get what you want.
There's some noise in the background, which
I
you
hear
might
it.
be noticing, and it's all the crowd coming together for the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So we apologize for that, but we would love for you to say some last thoughts of what you'd like to convey to people on a personal level.
I think particularly young women, but not only for young women, but specifically, but just to believe in themselves, to have faith in what they do. And at first, as I said before, at first you don't succeed, try it again, and then maybe it isn't for you, and then try something else, and you'll get it. So I would say, don't give up. You just cannot give up.
It's a very great message.
Believe in yourself.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being here, and congratulations
Thank
again.
you so much. Before I say all the things that I had planned to say tonight, when your last name begins with T, you stand in between the people in this audience and the reception. So I will take that into consideration. Good evening, and thanks to each of you for taking the time to attend this well-planned event. There's so many of you here tonight that I haven't seen in a long time, and it certainly has been a pleasure chatting with you. It is an occasion that I've looked forward to for several months, and tonight I am just extremely honored to be inducted into the Maryland Women's Hall of Fame. I am very pleased for this recognition. For every nominee that was made for this honor, they were as capable of being here tonight as I am. I would be remiss if I did not say that every challenge that I faced only strengthened me to make me the person I am today. Now, all the other things I am is in the program that you have, so you can read that. Therefore, I share with you that it was not my effort alone that brought me here tonight. So let me briefly take a minute to thank a few people in attendance, as well as those who could not make it, but sent wonderful messages. And to all the women on whose shoulders I stand. I would like to acknowledge, although deceased, a woman, a professor, an author, an educator who had a significant impact on my life, Dr. Marjorie H. Parker. And all of my sorority sisters who are Alpha Kappa Alpha know who I'm talking about. Then to my daughter for sharing the special time with me, and would you stand, Bishop? I know I'm embarrassing you. Again, thanks to my friends and colleagues for coming so that I could share this evening with them. You know who you are, but a special thanks to all of you who helped make this night a reality. Thanks for actually surprising me for having a bus. I thank you very much. When I was notified that I was being accepted in the Maryland Women's Hall of Fame, I began to think about the journey that brought me here. Certainly it wasn't the skill that one uses on a resume to apply for a job, not the talents one uses to win contests, and not the abilities one shares with others to complete tasks, and nor the competition needed to win at sports, but a combination of individuals and teams of people with whom I've had the opportunity to work and play, laugh and cry. The women who opened doors for me to enter, set goals for me to follow, and provided me the wisdom to know that all battles do not have to be fought openly, but instead be wise enough to make footprints by leading, sharing, caring, and encouraging. So to those women who came before me, this recognition tonight is for you. And for the women who will come behind me, please take the time to learn more about each inductee and listen and learn from their stories. But most of all, make your dreams a reality. Set your own pace and believe in yourself. In that belief, you will learn to survive challenges. In your life, you will have blessings and you will have burdens. I certainly have had both. But I will tell you that the burdens will make the blessings feel so much better. On a closing note, please do not give up. And I think you've heard this all through the evening. Do not give up. Even if you are convinced that your work or your dreams will not come to fruition, remember, it is never, never over unless you want it to be. And I think tonight you see this example in many of us. We did not give up. For those who have touched my life in any way, I'm truly grateful for your support. And to the Maryland Commission of Women and to your staff, I thank you.